Welcome back, guys. It's the Brothers Geek podcast, episode 95. G-Man, Singapore. What's happening, bro?
What's happening? What's happening, people? What's happening? What's going on, Kibbs?
Good, bro. Guys, want to say a massive thank you who are subscribed to the channel and who watch the podcast and our trailer reactions and my art videos. I want to say, if you're new to the channel, click on the subscribe button. If you guys have already subscribed and you like the video, please, guys, share it. Click on that like button. But further down, there's a little bell button for notifications, so you get a notification every time my podcast comes up. And yeah, that's it really. It was just to go through that. Other than that, G-Man, it's been an eventful week, busy one. I'm trying to catch up. Bought a car. Alara's growing up. Birds of Prey premiere. Birds of Prey launch party. And more geeky news. So we're gonna.
I know. Yeah, I like the way how you just casually throw that in when you met Margaret. I can't pronounce. What's her name again?
Margot
Sorry,
Robbie.
I'm so basic.
Margot Robbie.
She's so fine, and I can't remember her name. But I like the way you just casually throw that in, because when you send a picture in the groups, all the boys are like, "Oh my gosh, she touched your shoulder." We're like little kids, bro, because she is stunning. But anyway, I love your little casual. Oh yeah, Birds of Prey, whatever. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get more into that, man.
No, we will. It's been a good week. What's been happening on your side?
Just it's been Chinese New Year's week, so I had Monday off work. Just been a slow week at work and whatnot.
Yeah.
Other than that, just training as usual. Just getting my training in. Might compete. Actually, I will compete this year.
Yeah.
Got a great coach at Evolve MMA. It's a brilliant gym. The MMA coach there, who obviously I train with Miesha Tate once a week. I think I'll throw that in. That's amazing. But then the actual MMA coach, Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie the shit, I can't even remember the word. The magician, God damn it.
Okay.
I can't even say the word. Eddie the magician, and he's actually Hong Kong descent, but he was born and raised up in the UK somewhere, up north somewhere. Brilliant coach. Not just technically and whatnot, but mentally, man. The way he speaks about competing and stuff, and he understands where I'm coming from, having competed since 2011, and just the mental aspect. He doesn't care about the fight. He's like, we'll train for the fight physically, but he's gonna help me more mentally. So that'll be this year sometime. So yeah, just been training hard. What else been going? Nothing else. I went to a friend's Chinese New Year dinner yesterday, which was nice. It was nice to be around family and stuff, because they all brought their kids and everything. That really felt nice to me. Just to be in a family environment.
Yeah.
You know, just going out is cool. Meeting the boys for UFC is cool. Being in the gym, but being in an actual family environment was amazing, man. I missed that, man. Playing with a little kid there, her son, little 4-year-old, little cheeky little boy. It was just funny, man. That's why I miss Idris and Alara and everything. But yeah, that's it. I got a notification for, the Iron Man art reactor you bought from Iron Man 2. Yes, I picked that up this week, man. I got a notification that's been ready for pickup.
Moist.
So I'll pick that up for you this week.
Moist. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I was watching 1917, that movie, the war movie.
What did you think?
I'm almost finished. It's actually really, it's good. It's really good. I see why it's getting a lot of hype, because there's a lot of the one frame, right? There's one shot.
And it goes all the way through the whole film.
Yeah, is it the whole film? I don't know if it's one shot throughout the whole film. I think there's cuts through it.
Okay.
But there's like really long one shot scenes, like really the action scenes specifically are really long one shots, which is amazing, because I remember first seeing that in the Tony Jaa movie. Remember Tom Yum Gum? Warrior King. Remember when he's going? That was like brilliant. So this has got that same aspect. That's why, unfortunately, I'm not watching it in cinema. So I could tell in cinema this would be amazing.
Yeah.
But what do you call it? But yeah, no, it's cool. It's good. I mean, as we get older, I get more interested in war movies. Not like I'm fully engaged, but I could watch them more compared to when being a kid.
No, of course, same here. I think the more you age to it, the more you want to know about history as well. Plays a big part.
And I was talking to someone the other day.
Yeah.
And he was just talking about an Indian guy, and he was just talking about old school Indian stuff, history and whatnot. Yeah. Just based on what his knowledge is and what he's read and everything. Anyway, I mentioned to him that Granddad was in World War II and he fought in Burma. He was based in Burma, and he told me something interesting. He goes, Burma was one of the most chaotic places. One of the most places that went through the most shit
Yeah.
I don't know the right words. I can't fucking say the words properly. But it was one of the biggest war zones. And I'm like, that's so interesting because I didn't know. And it makes me even more want to know her granddad stories. And also I want to hear stories about that because a lot of war movies we get is from, you know, the Japanese, or the British side, the American side.
Yeah.
Based in Germany, then we get stuff from maybe the Japan side and, you know, Flag of Our Fathers and all that stuff. But I've never, maybe there is out there, but movies based on what happened in Asia, like Burma, for example, if that was one of the most chaotic places, what the hell happened there? So I'd love to see some sort of history based on that. But yeah, I'm more interested in war and not war, but like the reasoning and just stories and stuff like that in that stuff. Hard people, bro. Hard people, for sure.
No, definitely, man. Enough respect to them as well. It's a part they had to go through, and the country's still going through turmoil. You know what I mean? The country's always got issues. So, interesting. You know what? You gave me an idea there, bro.
What's that? What are you thinking? Maybe off podcast you could speak about it.
Got an idea for a script. You just told me. We're gonna have to get the details and facts.
Well, we could talk about it more, man. Write that idea down, man. Wherever you are, put it down on a post-it note, and elaborate on it, man. Draw some pictures based on it and whatnot. But yeah. Other than that, have I seen any other movies or like? No. This week, Birds of Prey. I know you're going to talk about it in a bit. Comes out in Singapore, so I'm gonna definitely go check that out.
Cool.
A friend, the MMA coach actually is a bit of a comic book geek as well, so he's always asking me if I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, but my brother went to the premiere and he met Maggie and Margaret. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm jealous too, bro. Let's just train. Let's not talk about him. But tell us more, man. Tell me more. So,
Yeah. Let's start, man. Let's start Monday. Big shout outs to Warner Brothers UK and the Geek is still. The Geek is still. I gotta have enough love and respect for that dude. He invites me to all of these events. He takes me along with him. I'm his Jimmy, as he would say. So enough respect to him. So Monday we went to their launch party, which was like a Harlequin roller disco, which was interesting. It was really good. It had elements from the film, but you know, I didn't know it had those elements from the movie until I watched the film. Food,
no spoilers,
pizza.
by the way, please.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do no spoilers. Overall, it was a good, fun night. Going on into Wednesday, which was the world premiere in London. They did it at the IMAX in Waterloo. Bro, this was mad. So, walk the yellow carpet, get in there, meet and greet with the cast, get your photo. And, they're all amazing. Got to meet Rosie Perez, Mary Elizabeth Weinstein. Most of the cast were there. So Ian McGregor, bro. I was hoping Ian McGregor was going to be there, but
that's a shame.
He doesn't.
So wait, how? Yeah, no, go on.
Yeah, no. So he I don't think he usually does these things as much. So he does it on certain movies, but this one he couldn't do for some reason. But no, definitely I would have loved to meet him. But no, meeting the rest of them was absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome.
How was meeting?
It was quick, brief one, bro. This one. It wasn't like Shazam. Shazam, we got to chill.
Sit down with him. Oh, okay. So it was just a picture that they were standing there and you just go get the picture.
It was a quick meet and greet. How you doing?
Was she I shouldn't even just focus on her, but was she as hot as she is in real life? And as you
They're all stunning, bro. All stunning. Even the dude, he was stunning. Like I shaked everybody's hand. Everybody was cool.
Awesome. How was Jim Lee, man? Bloody hell.
Oh my god.
How was that?
I forgot
Did you
about
even
that.
know he was gonna be there?
I forgot about that. So we sat down in our seats after, yeah, and Tasman, shout out to Tasman, the aspiring Kryptonian. She was sitting on a couple of seats behind us, and she was saying, Jimmy, and I'm thinking, who? I thought Jimmy. I forgot Jimmy's another comic book creator that I met a couple of years back at a Comic-Con. I thought she was talking about Jimmy, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll try and meet him later on. I didn't know, but then I suddenly see some short Asian dude running up the stairs with his wifey, and I was like, motherfucker, Jim Lee is in the motherfucking house.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
that
so
just gave me goosebumps just thinking about that.
Yeah, so then I was like, okay, cool. I hope. To be honest, the movie kind of threw me off because Jim Lee wasn't there. So I was like, I need to meet this dude. I've been talking about meeting this guy for ages. So my head was like, he's sitting up there. When the credits roll, pow, blah, up the stairs. Then we didn't. We ended up, because the film was actually, I I had a long day because I was up from 6 a.m. I had work, go to the premiere. Premieres it's a bit tedious because you have to stand around, wait around for a bit, and then, you know, you meet the people and then you go watch the movie. So the movie is, from like my one review, was a very loud, straight out of the comic book pages, visually stunning, kick-ass movie. So it's good fun. Like when you watch it, you're like, oh man, that looks amazing. And Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. Wait till you see it, bro. Like, it's probably for me my favorite villain in the DC universe.
Wait, well, okay, obviously not Heath Ledger's Joker, but outside of that, yeah.
Outside of that,
DC movie universe.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
My favorite
Yeah,
so far.
So far, yeah, I could take that.
So that was good fun. And then we went out, like we waited because I was thinking there'd be credits at the end. So we waited, and then we walked out, and I was like, oh, I didn't get to meet him, man. Gutted, walking down the stairs, and then suddenly, bang. She's Tasmin was like, oh, Jim Lee, and everybody's here, and I'm like, oh my god, Grant Morrison, Greg, oh my god, everybody was there. Every DC creator that has been in the DC comic book industry for so many years were all there, bro. It was such an amazing. That was the best part for me. Out of the whole night, and don't get me wrong, meeting Margot and Rosie Perez and all the cast of the movie was my bonus. Meeting the comic book creators there, man. Jim Lee, man. Oh my god, I was over the moon.
He looks young.
Yeah, no, he looks good. He looks after himself. I said, man, dude, thank you for inspiring us. Thank you for taking your time out and taking this photo. You didn't have to do that. I know you're with your wife. But no, he was into it, man. He was excited. It was moist. Jimmy was cool. Grant Morrison, I didn't get a photo with him, but I didn't want to bother him. You know, there's some moments you just can't, like, kind of. I left it, but it was nice to see Jimmy there. Yeah, it was, bro. The comic book creators are the guys that created all of these characters, so they need to get credit for what they do. They draw them, they write the scripts, they do the stories. That was my massive highlight of this week, man, was meeting Jim Lee. I don't think I'll ever forget that. I've been wanting to meet him for years. For years. Yeah, so it's like weird, like, you know, after that it was like I still got to meet one more guy, Alex Ross.
Okay.
Alex Ross, he's the last artist I need to meet, and after that, it's weird, bro, because suddenly after I felt like this weight had lifted off my shoulder, and I said, you know what, I think it's time for me to just kind of level down a bit and chill, focus on some other projects and get some things out, not run around as much no more. Don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, well, you don't do it as often. It's not you're out every week, you know. When a movie's released and you're invited, you go for it. So, I mean, definitely do those. But yeah, I mean, you've accomplished a lot, man. You know what I'm trying to say? These little goals, or, you know, little goals that you've set or you haven't even set, but they come into your life and you've been able to achieve them and just do these amazing things is amazing, bro. You know, Jim Lee, I mean, like I said, to you, he means a lot more to you than he would to me, for example, because I'm not an artist or whatnot. But that's fucking amazing, bro. He's like, you know, he's a legend. He's a legend, man. When you think about the what's that thing, man? The fucking, I've got such a bad memory. I think I'm getting punched on my head too much, bro. The you know, the presidents, the four
Mount Rushmore.
What do you call those? Mount Rushmore, jeez, but yeah. I'm seriously losing my mind.
No, that's right.
My memory. It will be one of the guys on Mount Rushmore, bro. You know what I mean? He's one of them.
He's like, oh, bro. You know what? I'm kind of gutted because I wish, like, the comic book scene was a bit more bigger when we were starting when we started going Comic Cons, and I just paid that money to go meet Stan Lee, because it would have been that he's one of them on the Mount Rushmores. You know what I mean? Would have been. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's him, Kevin Smith, Jim Lee, Alex Ross. Those are the guys that, for me personally, would have been the cream of the creme de la creme. But you know,
met, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, Stan. I mean, yeah, that's a shame. But you know what, bro? Come on, man. When we were young, did you ever think you could meet celebrities like the way you did now?
No.
When you call them celebrities, they're ordinary people. They're people. Let's call them people who have inspired us, right? And inspired many people in the world, right? So let's call them that, right? would you ever have thought of meeting any of these? Like, never, bro. Never in your life, yeah? Even with me, like, when I see all these MMA fighters, I never in my life would I have thought I will be training with... Miesha Tate is Mount Rushmore for female MMA, bro. 100%. So, I never in my life would have thought that, man. So life's crazy, bro, and I think we've worked hard to it, man. It's not just like it happened. We worked hard to it, bro, and every choice that we've made has got us to, these are little sub goals, but these are amazing experiences. This is life, man. You know what I mean? Life experience. Not a lot of people will experience that because maybe they've closed themselves off to a little bubble. Maybe they're just not interested, or maybe they don't work as hard. But I don't work as hard as most people a lot of people. They work fucking hard, hustlers and shit. But we work hard, man, and our little dreams have come true, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Of course. I'm not. It's grabbing that moment and going for it. We try and do the best we can, and I've realized now I'm just gonna keep doing. I'm gonna have to work hard. You know what I mean? Regardless, there's no calm down. As much as I say I want it to calm down, it's not gonna be because I'm gonna have a different go every day. You know what I mean? Teaching a lot of new things, and learning new things as well. You know what I mean? So it's like doing the best we can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta inspire her too, man, with all of this.
She will be. But yeah, she will get into what she wants. I'm trying to teach her front punch and front and reverse punch at the moment now, and it's well keeper. I'm gonna send you a video because she likes it. So I'm telling her to keep her hands up always keep her hands.
Awesome.
So she does this.
Yeah, martial arts is a must.
Yeah,
is a must. Doesn't have to be fighters or not, and none of that stuff. Even with Idris, don't get him into fighting. I would even want him to fight.
No, not fighting. It's self-defense.
Self-defense, man. I'm telling you, like, honestly, just to stand up in a ground game, it's just so important. I honestly believe, and I've heard a lot of martial art experts, MMA experts say, for self-defense, minimum blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu should be a requirement. Just a minimum blue belt, because that gives you the minimum understanding of certain submissions and just how to move your body on the ground and manipulate your weight and stuff like that, certain sweeps. So even if they don't become black belt or not, just a minimum of blue belt, even for yourself and your wife, I'm not even joking. I'm not saying get to a blue belt and stop, but just get to a blue belt and then, you don't have to train hard like you want to be a black belt, but just maintain that and slowly, gradually get there. But minimum blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is necessary, I think, for self-defense. So yeah, in the future, man, Alara, Idris, for sure, man, need to get on that.
You said Miesha Tate, yeah? I see there's a video on Instagram where you're is it some groundwork you guys are doing together?
Yeah. She, Evolve MMA always do these promo videos, man, and one of them I'm in where she's using me as a dummy basically to teach us one of the moves.
Okay, cool.
My little 5 second of fame, like nobody knows who the hell I am, but the people who know me are like, oh my god, G, that's amazing. I sent it to Quad because he's big into sports and UFC and all that sort of stuff, and they're just like, oh my god, because it's fake, bro. It's someone famous. It's like I said, it's like, she's on the Mount Rushmore. It's like you drawing next to Jim Lee or something like that, or him teaching you how to draw. It's something in this world is just amazing, and I can't believe I'm on that video. But nobody's in the class. Like, unfortunately, I don't know why the gym does this. Even happening in Hong Kong, they don't push MMA as much as they should do. Now it's an MMA gym, but I'm talking about the MMA class itself. They don't push that as much, so it's at 3:30 on a Saturday, 4 o'clock on a Sunday. Nobody's going to that unless you're committed to, right? So Miesha Tate's MMA class should be packed, but because you've set it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's just me and maybe 2 other people. Sometimes it gets more, but most of the time it's just 3-4 committed people. I'm like, you just push that before 12 o'clock, like 11 to 12, you're getting 30 students, no doubt. But because Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu are obviously the most popular ones, they're the ones that brings in the most money. I get it, because the gym has to sustain itself. But anyway, so I went into a little rant. I always talk to my MMA coach. I'm like, I wish you guys made the class at freaking, early in the morning, because my Sunday and my Saturday is killed because I got to come here at 4 o'clock. But yeah. Anyway, Miesha Tate, man, training with her is amazing, bro. So
no, that's cool.
That's my little fame. I saved that little Instagram thing. That's life, bro. That's. You know what I mean? That's my little fame.
Nah, it's done. It's good. Other than that, bro, Let me see. I heard Emilio Estevez is looking to come back for a Mighty Ducks series.
Oh, yeah.
So that looks pretty cool.
That should be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Ducks. What about I have to quickly plug this, man. I posted it in our group, the WhatsApp group, Kibbs, man. The Joe Rogan podcast with a guy called Daryl Davis.
Yes.
Bro, you have to listen to it, man. Absolutely amazing. What a great story. Basically, he's a musician, but through his work, he's been able to convert well over 200 KKK and Nazi supremacists to, you know, give up their robe and change their mind on their ways, basically. And the way he speaks is amazing. The way he portrays his message is amazing. Bro, it's such an amazing. He seems like such a great guy. You know what I'm trying to say?
What was his name?
Daryl Davis. It's Joe Rogan Experience, man. So good. It's so nice. Like I said, the way he talks and everything he's got a great way of talking. But he's so inspiring, and he's got such an open mind. Like, bro, talking about he used to go to KKK rallies and all this sort of stuff, right? And he didn't hate. He didn't hate them, no matter what they called him, N-word, this, da da da. You know what I'm trying to say? So he didn't hate because he had this vision of they don't know me. I can't hate them because they don't know me. So they're saying they hate me based on something they don't know.
Yeah.
Right? And he just had this beautiful open-mindedness, and he was able to, when I say convert, he doesn't like to say convert, but he just said, you know, it was a catalyst or whatever. But he would just make friends with them. And once they got to know him and realized, wow, we got a lot in common. And it wasn't just meeting them once. He'll meet them a few times, you know what I mean? It was an ongoing process. He said it would take up to a couple of years for someone to just take off their robes and give it. And he collected robes, KKK robes. This black dude's got a bunch of KKK robes because they gave it to him and said, you know what, I'm done. I don't want this no more. And he said something amazing which stuck with me. It was a beautiful quote. He was saying, I don't know, I'm butchering it, right? But the way he said it was basically, you know, fear leads to violence, right? No, what did he say? He goes, ignorance, right? This is all ignorance. Ignorance leads to fear, and fear leads to violence. The cure to ignorance is education. I was like, oh, that's deep. Like, that's so fucking deep.
Man, that's some
and it's so
Yoda
true.
saying, bro.
What's that?
That's some Yoda saying there, bro.
It's amazing. It's amazing the way you pull it, and I love that. And it's so true. It's so true. And when he talks about education, it's just about understand what you're ignorant against, understand what you're scared of, what that fear is. Like, go and learn about it. You know what I mean? Like, go learn about that person, that culture, whatever it is, and you'll see that it's once you get educated, it's nothing to be scared of. Beautiful. I do recommend it, man. I always talk about Rogan podcast, but this is definitely one to listen to.
That's one to check out.
Very
Definitely
inspiring.
I love that in the title.
Guy.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to that. I'll watch that one as well.
And he said nothing bad about it. The crazy thing is as well, the beautiful thing about the way this guy spoke, which I loved, he didn't even say much bad things about the KKK. He just focused on the positives. And when I say positives, right, there's no positives for their philosophies and their mentality, but just the genuine people, the individuals. When he met the individuals, he goes, that guy is actually a great person. He's just brainwashed. You know what I mean? He was focusing only on talking about the positives of the individuals. Like, didn't say nothing negative in a bad, you know what I mean? Great podcast. Definitely listen to that, man.
All right, I got that on the list. I'll put that in the title as well, so people check it out. Make sure you guys check out Joe Rogan's podcast, guys. He's the one who started this game. He inspired us to do what we do and share our thoughts as well, and just kind of vent, and it's just our thoughts and our opinions on the pop culture universe. You know what? I did have some giveaways, but I'm going to do it on my Twitter and my Instagram. So, guys, keep an eye out on Qibla Ahmed Art, and keep an eye out on Gilman187 on Instagram. We are on Twitter. My one is Qibla Ahmed Art. And what's your one on Twitter? Because you recently just followed me.
I recently did. I can't remember my name, but I had it for a long time. I don't even use it, to be honest. So don't worry about my Twitter. I don't do shit on it. Yeah, don't worry about that.
But yeah.
More news, man. I've been hearing a lot of stuff in the Marvel universe talking about Thunderbolts. You know, the Marvel anti-villain superheroes, whatever you want to call them. I'm hearing so much more about them. Like, Ghost, for example, the one in Ant-Man and Wasp 2, might make a cameo in the Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier program.
Okay.
General Ross is back, and we're all expecting him to become Red Hulk. So there's a lot of talks on the Thunderbolt, and I'm thinking Marvel will do it just because DC's done, Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey.
Yeah, of course.
They focused a lot on their villains, so I guess Marvel's trying to work on their one slowly.
There's,
But there's a lot of that, and there's a lot of other. There's another podcast I listen to, a guy called Charlemagne the God. I don't know if you heard of him. He's got a radio show. Then he has another comic book show with another guy called Gay Pete or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, they were talking a lot about. I like Charlemagne the God. I like listening to that guy. He's really great, inspiring guy again. But they were talking about a lot of stuff on how they're getting so much more involved with the Marvel universe. For example, like Doctor Strange, they might get what's that Hispanic superhero, Alvis something. I've gone blank. But one of the Hispanic superheroes or whatnot, get her involved in that.
Cool.
There's so many crossovers that they might be doing. I mean, like with Doctor Strange, because it's the multiverse, they could do a lot of shit with that, right? And get involved with whoever the hell they want, right? Charlemagne makes a great point. He thinks that could be the best way to get mutants in, just because you could say they've been on a different universe or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
But it looks like they're looking to expand a lot, man. And I think WandaVision and WandaVision, what show is going to be the start to expanding a lot into the Marvel universe, man. Getting a lot more characters.
What was that? Owen Wilson for Loki.
What's that?
So they've I think something about Owen Wilson to be in the Loki TV series as well.
Yeah.
What else was there? Disney.
It's gonna be amazing. I think it's time for them. I don't know if it's. I think it's confirmed now. Marvel's bought back the rights for Hulk and Namor. I think they want to use Namor as the villain in Black Panther 2.
Come on.
So they got so much going on. And the thing is, I think now, the main characters, Tony Stark, Cap, they're gone now, right? They still got the presence to make great movies and whatnot, but they really got to build on some of the other characters, and they got to bring in so many other ones. And by doing that, you'll see which ones will make the biggest impact. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah,
no, of course.
You never know. Say, for example, they just throw in Silver Surfer. Apparently, there's rumors that Silver Surfer might show up in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which might be bullshit. But, just say, for example, he becomes the most popular one, just based on, throwing him in there in the movie and,
moist.
You know what I mean? You just never
moist.
know. Right, and I think Marvel got so many characters they could just build on them, bro, and they're good at building characters, man. So yeah, man. I think with the Marvel universe, I think May is Black Widow, right? And you got Taskmaster. He's another one that might be a part of Thunderbolts. You got Taskmaster in that, and then I think August comes Falcon and Winter Soldier. And now think about this, though. August. Now you're going to do weekly shows, right? Weekly shows, no more binge watching shit. Weekly shows all the way up to freaking whatever, November. Then you got WandaVision and WandaVision show. Weekly shows up to the next movie. In between that, you got the Eternals coming out. Bro, it's Marvel every week. Once they get going, it's Marvel every single week. Because you'll be talking about episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Oh, Eternals. Episode 7. Oh, new show. Bro. It's Marvel every week, bro. I swear to God, I think Marvel might get to a point where they are giving us content 52 weeks of the year. How crazy is that? That gives us time to watch and talk about every week.
So mad. That'd be absolutely mad, bro. That's it's unreal how much we're gonna get and how much we got so much coming along as well, which I'm looking forward to. Definitely looking forward to. It's just moist times. That's the main thing. We've got so much. I think what we've got coming out this year.
Birds of Prey just came out. You got Black Widow, and then you got Eternals, which apparently is like a full-on sci-fi movie, as they're saying.
Yeah, it looks good. I've seen some of the images they've been putting up and stuff like that.
I am super looking forward to seeing the trailer coming out, man. Can't wait for that. Yeah. What DC movies coming out this year? Is Wonder Woman coming out this year?
Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah. Definitely, that's another one.
We're only getting 2 Marvel movies this year, right? Just Black Widow and Eternals. Yeah, man. Whew, a lot.
Good times, man. Definitely good times.
And then next year is going to be a lot more good times for sure, man. Yeah, moist times. Can't wait, man.
No, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to see what they do. Yeah, I think that's about it, bro. I don't think I've got anything else on my list. Let's see what the next week holds for us, man. I hope more geeky news comes out. I'm gonna start doing some more giveaways.
I was gonna say FF9, Fast and Furious 9 trailer. What did you think?
Oh yes, that's what we need to talk about. Okay, sorry.
Did you do a trailer reaction by any chance?
No, I couldn't, bro, because I feel like I'm gonna abuse what it is.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
Go
I
on,
have
go on.
fun with all of the Fast and Furious franchise, yeah? It is just something, it's just pure pleasure watch, yeah? It's not been the same since Paul Walker, and it's become more of it's an action movie. It's the 21st century action movie now. But they did two things in that trailer which would have been much better to see in the cinema. First thing, Han, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Why
I
didn't you
agree.
wait for the movie for that one? Why did you spoil it in the trailer? And the John Cena
It's not
character.
like the John. Yeah, go on, sorry, go carry on.
And John Cena, why they have to bait it up and say he's his brother? You're fools, man.
Oh yeah, save that for the fucking movie. Yeah, true. So I mean, I'm a huge fan of the movies because they're so fucking fun.
Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
exaggerated, stupid action that's freaking fun as hell. So
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
those movies.
Yeah.
But I agree, Hans, they should definitely. I don't know why you brought him back, because if someone dies, you should kill him off. But it's not like, like Civil War, for example, when they show Spider-Man in the trailer. I don't think Hans will make that much of an impact to the Fast and Furious franchise. You know what I mean? Like, to bring him back like that in the trailer. So yes, they should have kept that for the movie, and yeah, they should have kept that brother shit aside. I mean, I'm not a big fan of John Cena as an actor, to be honest.
He's
Just
good though.
because-
He has one or two films that are really good. There's that one, is it called Blockers on Netflix?
The comedy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comedy he does good, actually.
Yeah.
Comedy does well. When he's a little bit more, tries to be a bit more serious, I just
So
can't
you know the
see
roles
it.
he played in like Transformers, the recent one, Bumblebee. He was good at.
I didn't really like it as much, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it wasn't.
just feel
To me, when I watched that movie and the way he was acting, it felt like just one of those cheesy 80s movies where, you got the military tough guy there and he's saying those sort of speeches. It just didn't seem. I don't know, it didn't fit right. But anyway, I mean, like, I think he does comedy well. I actually prefer
No, his
him in
comedy's
comedy
alright.
instead.
His comedy's alright. His
Yeah.
comedy.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know how much they could take the Fast and Furious movies, but you know what? If they keep making money, that means people love them. And just like how we keep wanting more Marvel movies and comic book movies, people out there want more Fast and Furious movies, man. So I say give it.
No,
I don't
it's
think.
fine.
I think you should have expanded and not taken The Rock out, but kept him in. So now you're a part of us. You can't leave until the franchises until they do an Endgame's Fast and Furious movie, if that ever happens. But everyone you get, Jason Statham, The Rock, you got to keep him in the franchise.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
get him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and just keep growing from there. And if you could, bro, it could be like almost like a kind of Expendables type movie. Just
That's
bring
right.
in new stars,
That's
bring
right,
in
that's
new
right,
actor
that's right. Yeah,
stars,
yeah.
and just grow that universe.
Grow that
Fuck
universe,
it. Why
yeah.
not? Yeah.
No, of course, you're right. Those are the main things. I think what else came out? Trailer wise.
I did see a Donnie Yen movie last week, Enter the Fat Dragon.
Yes, how was it?
That was okay. It was okay. To be honest, it did feel like a bit more like a cheap comedy than anything. But as a Donnie Yen fan, you'll 100% appreciate the fight scenes.
Yeah.
Because he's got a brilliant style to him. It's so cool.
No.
And I
cool.
did like the way he kind of he mentioned some of his other movies, like he was a great officer from the movies
SPL and stuff like
Flashpoint
that.
and
Flashpoint.
SPL, yeah, he mentioned those and whatnot, but also kind of made a comedic thing about it as well, which was awesome. So that was awesome, but yeah, it was like a cheap comedy, to be honest with you. It wasn't that amazing. But I'm a Donnie Yen fan, so I just went to watch a movie and support. You know what I mean?
No, always. No, that's good. Fast 9 trailer. So I need to note this down so I know what I'm writing in the bio, so you guys can know what we're talking about this week. But yeah, that was
Should have done a
it.
trailer reaction though. Should have done a trailer reaction.
Nah.
Or get Ash to do it. At least Ash should have done it, because he appreciates the movies more than we do.
Actually, true. I'll get him. I'll drop him a message and let him know.
And the
Drop off.
Super Bowl happened. Super Bowl's today, right? So they're gonna be releasing a bunch of trailers, man. We better watch out for
Really?
that Black Widow trailer and stuff. Is it today? I think Super Bowl's today, right?
I'll have to double check. I need to find out. I need to look into
Super
that.
Bowl weekend, and you know that all them trailers come out. So keep an eye out for a bunch of trailers or
Will
little
do.
teaser
Definitely.
trailers. So
Definitely.
TV and shit.
Definitely will do, man. Definitely will do. But yeah, that's about it, bro.
Like, the other thing was Kobe, man.
Oh.
We didn't speak about. Did we speak about this last week or?
We
bloody
were
hell.
speaking about great people, and then
Yes,
the following
we were
morning, look what happened.
Yeah,
Sad,
that was so weird, bro, man. I remember we were talking on the podcast and we were just talking about great athletes because it was Muhammad Ali's birthday, right? And we were talking about great athletes who just do more outside of their sport. And then we were trying to think of who's won these days, and we mentioned Kobe. I was like, yeah, he's done some great things for scholarships and whatnot. And then the next day I wake up and I see all this news and I'm like, this got to be fake. And I see something on Mike Tyson's profile and I'm like, this ain't fake, man. This is real. I message all my friends in Hong Kong because they follow basketball so much, and they're like, yeah, man, he passed. And I was like, damn. And then his daughter was there, and then a few other people, and that was horrible, man. I couldn't believe that, man. Listen, I don't follow basketball, but I know Kobe, and I just knew him for the work he done outside of basketball, and I just found it weird that we just spoke about him of being a great person outside of his sport and just using that platform, and then that happens. That was horrible, man. Can't imagine what his family's going through and all that sort of stuff.
No, I mean condolences to everybody that lost somebody in that tragic accident. Yeah, it's just ironic that we were speaking about him and then suddenly something so tragic happened. And yeah, man, just made me hug my daughter even harder the following day, man. It's very, very sad news, man. It's I think it's always going to be. It's weird, man. Like we're talking about great people, and he was one of them.
Tough. That's. Like I said, I don't even follow basketball, but I even felt it, and I was like, oh, that's so bad, man. And I can't even imagine what was going through their head, and he was holding his daughter. And you know why he took the helicopter? I was listening to you know why he flies around in a helicopter, but only because it's faster for him to travel around to work and back, so he can be with his family. Because if he took a car, he's stuck in traffic for 4 hours, right? There and back, right? So he loses all the time. That's why he takes a damn helicopter, because it's like 45 minutes, so he can get back to his family in time. And I'm like, oh, man, that's such a horrible... It's I don't know, man. It's so tragic. It's so tragic. It's terrible, man. It's so bad. And I know people die all the time, right? Like, so you shouldn't just focus on one death. There's a lot of people dying from this coronavirus,
of course.
and on that, please everyone be healthy and whatnot, and don't make racist comments to Chinese people. I don't know why fucking people do that. So dumb. But there was a quote. Rogan mentioned this earlier. I think it was by Stalin. He said, if one person dies, it's tragic. Many people die, it's a statistic. So it's fucked up, but that's true, right? You shouldn't just focus on Kobe's death and talk about him, and a lot of people are dying and whatnot. But, I guess it's just the reality of the way things are, and he did make an impact. But damn, that was tough. That was tough to hear, man. I was like, damn, that's bad.
Yeah, no, it just threw everybody off, didn't it? It just you just don't think things like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, you just don't genuinely think things like that, man. It's just, it just absolutely threw me off. I remember reading people's tweets and watching people's tribute videos, and it's like, oh man, this is so sad. I cannot believe something like that tragic happened. But look, the world, you don't know how long you're here for, and making your mark is the main thing. He did good things, and he'll always be remembered by those things. If you can be that beacon of light, it's fine, bro. You're everybody's superhero. You know what I mean? I don't have to follow basketball to know who Kobe is. I know what he's done for his community. You know what I mean? And it's having that. That's the most important part.
Yeah. No. Sad times, man. May you rest in peace, and condolences for his family, man. But yeah, shit. Anything else been going on? Any other geeky news or anything? Nothing else, right?
Nothing at the moment. I'm hoping to hit the comic book shop this week sometime. I need to go catch Bad Boys 3 as well. So, yeah, busy week ahead. I'm back to full-time work, so, Grandma and Granddad are going to look after Lara for 3 days of the week. and I'm back to full time. So yeah, just back to reality, bro. The reality slap. But I've got some projects coming up, bro. So you will see. And guys, if you're following us on our journey on our Instagram, then check it out, and you'll see some of the projects I'll be working on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, man. Other than that, bro, have a good one, man. Have a good week, and we'll catch up during the week, man. Definitely.
Cool.
Right,
awesome.
awesome.
Peoples, thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Peace.
Peace.
Let me grab